Well, Governor Jeff Landry put pen to paper and signed into law 3 new bills yesterday, one of which brings the redistricting lawsuit one step closer to being resolved. Not even 24 hours with the new map, Democratic State Senator Cleo Fields has announced that he will run for the newly redrawn 6th District. This is not Fields' first experience serving in Congress. He previously held office from 1993 to 1997 for the District 4 seat, but the seat may not come without a fight if Congressman Garrett Graves, who held the District 6 seat before the new maps were passed, decides to run for re-election. Graves has shown interest in running for re-election, but declined to say which district, as his original voter support when he was originally elected now spans across 4 different districts. The new 6th Congressional District runs from East Baton Rouge Parish to Cato Parish, effectively splitting Avoyelles and Rapides parishes in half.